he came backstage. He came backstage after we played at Disney World at that House of Blues or House of Rock or whatever that's in there, or no, Disneyland in Anaheim, and came backstage, drank our beer, ate our food, and then told me that Mikey's a shitty guitar player and that we sucked and that we'll never be Slayer and this and that, and don't even try and this and that. I mean, what a douchebag. Like, I would go back to somebody's dressing room, you know, drink their beer, eat the food, and then tell them they're a bunch of douchebags? Please? Why would you even want to go back there unless you were an asshole? If you don't like the band, you leave. Why do you want to go back and meet them and then, like, tell them how shitty they were? I mean, really? Do you understand what I'm saying? What kind of, like, egocentric kind of, like, thinking is going on in that person's mind to do that? Especially Mike Scascia, which is really, truly one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Unbiasedly, okay? Unbiasedly. If you listen to his work, if you listen to his body of work, you cannot say he's not in the top 5. And this douchebag is back to telling Mikey sucks, we suck, this, that, well, you know, drinking our beers. I'm like, you know, who the fuck are you? I didn't even know who he was. You know, and he's like, well, you'll never be Slayer. I'm like, thank God for that. You know? That's not exactly what I started my career for, is to be Slayer. So basically, that was my only beef with him, was just like this one encounter, although there's a couple other encounters where he's just, like, really a douchebag, dude. So, but nothing specific like that. But that one just kind of pissed me off, man. To go back to somebody, that'd be like me going back to, like, the Rolling Stones dressing room, drinking all their fancy beer and wine, and then telling them they suck and they're old and they should have given up years ago and you'll never be any good or something. I mean, it really, come on, man. Who does that? Unless you're a douchebag. So that's why I said that. I'm not anti-Slayer, man. I love Dave. You know, the fucking Dave Lombardo, we're Cubans. We're brothers of the same mother. I love that band. Okay? But you don't think, I would, you know, the Slayer of Bad Night or something, and actually that night wasn't even bad. And he came back and he was just being a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. Me personally, I just wouldn't go back and just tell somebody they suck. You know, just to the point of what? Of, like, tearing down someone else so you feel better about yourself. To me, that's a sign of real insecurity and a complete asshole. So, you know, that's why I got into that. I just couldn't believe it.